The Tragedy of Cinema podcast is intended as a family-friendly program that by extension strives to be inclusive to all people regardless of their ethnicity, gender, creed, or any other identifying factors in this incredibly diverse world of ours. With that said, some of the films we discuss may contain serious subject matters or have content considered morally objectionable by today's standards. We do not intend to condone or dismiss these aspects of these films, but our primary focus will be on what we believe the film succeeds at, some fun facts, and our personal enjoyment factors of each film. With that said, we hope you enjoy the show.
Jimbo and Kyle take flight. 80s dreams are its delight. In the realm of black and white, movies and TV flow through the stories we all know. Silver screen tales unfold in the magic they bestow. The tragedy of cinema, when memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. Tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer. Join us as we toast to the tales we love the most.
Hi, Mrs. Rossi. I'm here about the weekend job.
Come on in. They put him in a veteran's home, but he hated it.
Kyle's a gentleman.
A real hero.
This is some guy.
Down deep, the man is a lump of sugar.
Get in here, you idiot. What do you want?
You mean what I want?
What do you want here?
I want a job.
A job.
I promise you an easy $300.
I don't get an easy feeling.
How's your skin, son? I like my aides to be presentable.
Well, I've had a few zits. But my roommate, he let me his clinic because he's from Chestnut Hill and he's got
The History of My Skin by Charles Sims. Get out my dress blues. They're in a garment bag in the closet.
Are we going someplace, Curtis?
What business is that of yours? Don't shrug, you imbecile. I'm blind. Our destination is New York City.
I'm just gonna have to turn right around and come back.
Charlie's having a difficult weekend. How does he look like he's holding up?
Oh, he looks fine to me.
Don't think I can't see women, because I can't see women.
Boy, you have a one-track mind.
Women are the essence of life. She's wearing Flores. Fleur de Rocaille. Ogilvy Sisters soap.
That's amazing.
Well, I'm in the amazing business.
I should be getting back to school.
Ooh. I don't think you're gonna make it.
You said that the last shuttle leaves at 10 o'clock.
I lied. All I want is one last tour of the battlefield.
You're just in a slump right now.
How would you know, watching MTV all your life? Ooh.
From Martin Brest, director of Midnight Run and Beverly Hills Cop.
Make your own rules. Be your own board of governors. Pay your own dues. I don't know whether they shoot you or adopt you.
It's not much of a choice, is it, sir?
Al Pacino. Chris O'Donnell. Scent of a Woman.
What a marvelous place.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Tragedy of Cinema podcast. I'm your host, Jimbo.
I'm your co-host, Kyle.
Kyle, would you like to tell the wonderful audience what our movie is today that you chose?
That's right, Jimbo. I chose Scent of a Woman, released in 1992.
Scent of a Woman. Kyle, I had never watched this movie before because I thought, man, this is such a chick flick. Because because a lot of times I'd see the cover and it's him tangoing with Donna on it. I'm like, man, I do not want to sit through this movie. And even when you said it, I'm like, I still didn't know what was going on. I was like, I really don't want to watch this chick flick.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I definitely threw you for a loop, didn't I?
It definitely wasn't anything about what I thought it was about.
It is definitely not a chick flick.
It is definitely not a chick flick. It's actually a more serious movie. Basically about a blind guy that was an Army veteran.
Yep.
And he became blind because I guess he pulled a pin on a grenade and...
Yeah. Or on a flashbang or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, got blinded by that. And he's basically going to have one great last weekend before he ends his life. So it's a very heavy topic overall.
Suicides himself, yes.
Yeah.
And Chris O'Donnell, of course, is a kid that's looking for money. He's at like an all-mill school, I think.
Yeah.
And he's looking for money to get home for Christmas over the Thanksgiving weekend, take a little side job. And his job is to babysit this guy. And little does he know, he's in for a wild weekend in New York City. But we'll get to that. So,
yeah.
Kyle, go ahead, take it away.
All right, Jimbo. One second. We have Scent of Woman, released on January 8th, 1993. Wasn't even born yet, Jimbo. Still a few more months.
A freshman in high school.
Cool. Directed by Martin Best, and Best. Written by Giovanni Arpino for the original novel, Bo Goldman for the screenplay, Rogerio Marcerio, and Dino Rizzo. Yep, sure I got that right. Next up, composed by Thomas Newman. Cinematographer, Donald E. Thorin. Editors, Harvey Rosenstock, William Steinkeep, and Michael Tronick. And casting director was Ellen Lewis, and production designer was Angelo P. Graham. Plot summary of the film, written by Rob Hartill of IMDb. Frank is a retired lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army. He's blind and impossible to get along with. Charlie is at school and is looking forward to going to his university. To help pay for a trip home to Christmas, he agrees to look after Frank, who over Thanksgiving. Frank's niece says it'll be easy money, but he didn't reckon Frank spending his Thanksgiving in New York City. Thank you, Rob Hartill. Next up here, we have the budget of the film was $31 million in 1992. Adjusted for inflation, that'd be about $69.6 million today. Opening weekend, though, brought in only $357,000. Adjusted for inflation, that'd be about $802,000. So less than $1 million opening weekend. So that'd be worrying for the first weekend for sure. Nowadays, a movie made only $1 million opening weekend, it'd be called Morbius or Joker 2. Next up for gross in the U.S. and Canada, it made $63.1 million. Adjusted for inflation, that'd be $141 million overall. And then gross worldwide, it weighed $134.1 million. Adjusted for inflation, that'd be about $300 million today. So the movie made its money back basically 10 times over, or 5 times over in marketing for the film. Moving on here, we're going to go to the cast of the film. We have the legendary Al Pacino playing the character of Lieutenant Colonel Frank Slade. Frank Slade sounds like a comic book character. Who was the?
Sounds like a detective.
Who was Slade? Wasn't that the Deathstroke? That's Slade Wilson. Slade Wilson. Yeah, it's Deathstroke. So Frank Slade, Slade Wilson, they're related for sure. Lieutenant Colonel Frank Slade, played by Al Pacino. Al Pacino was also easily recognizable for his roles in Heat in 1995, Sepulchre in 1973, Scarface in 1983, and The Godfather in 1972. Then next up we have Chris O'Donnell, playing the role of Charlie Sims. Chris O'Donnell was also in the films Batman and Robin in 1997 and Batman Forever, and I believe that was 1999. And then we have The Chamber in 1996 and Vertical Limit in the year 2000. Vertical Limit sucked. Just put it there. Yeah, Vertical Limit sucked. I watched the movie probably like 2 or 3 times. Each time I watched it, I was like, this movie is bad. Why am I watching this? I own it though because I'm a fool.
I'm sure you do.
Vertical Limit, yeah. Next up, we have James Rebhorn playing the role of Mr. Trask. James Rebhorn was also in the film Independence Day in 1996, where I believe he was the Department of Treasury or Secretary of State, something like that, high up in the government. He was the guy who knew about Area 51 before the president did in Independence Day. I remember that. Yeah, he's a good actor. Independence Day is a good movie. Next up, we have Gabriel Anwar playing the role of Donna. Gabriel Anwar was also in the film The Three Musketeers in 1993. Also, Chris O'Donnell was in The Three Musketeers as well. He was also in 1993. Then next up, we have Philip Seymour Hoffman playing the role of George Willis Jr. Philip Seymour Hoffman was also best known for his role in The Master in 2012. Unfortunately, passed away kind of early on in his career, though. But he also was in Mission Impossible, I believe it was 3, in like the 2008 or somewhere around there. And a bunch of other great films as well. He was also in the Punch Drunk Love movie, that movie you love so much. In the early 2000s.
Wasn't he the one that was in The Hunger Games as like the Game Master?
Yes, he was in Hunger Games and the Game Master, and he passed away right before the fourth movie came out, so they had to use a letter to cover his role. Yeah, that was right around his passing, unfortunately. And Richard Venture playing the role of W.R. Slade. Richard Venture was also in the film Heartbreak Ridge in 1986. Then we have Bradley Whitford playing the role of Randy. Bradley Whitford was also in the film Get Out in 2017, and also he was in the show The West Wing for like 7 seasons from the 90s to the early 2000s. And next up, we have Margaret Edgington playing the role of Gail. Margaret Edgington was also in the film 6 Degrees Separation from 1993. Then we have Tom Reese Farrell playing the role of Gary. Tom Reese Farrell was also in the film Sleepless in Seattle in 1993. And that's where I'm going to close up the cast list on Scent of Woman right there. So we're going to move on to the awards. And Jimbo, we have a few of them here.
A few, yeah.
A few and then some, if you will. So, first up, we have the 2013-2020 awards for who was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay to Bo Goldman. Then in the 1994 BMI Film and TV Awards, we have the award for Best Film Music Award to Thomas Newman. Then for the 1993 Academy Awards, we have nominations for Best Director, Best Writing for a Screenplay based on a material previously published or produced, and Best Picture. But we have a win for Best Actor in a Leading Role to Al Pacino that year for an Oscar. So Al Pacino won Best Actor for this role, where he played a blind man. And I believe he actually wore contacts in the film as well. You might have notes later about him wearing contacts. So he basically was blind while he was filming all the scenes in this film. Next up, for the 1993 American Cinema Editors Awards, we have a nomination for Best Edited Feature Film to Michael Tronwick and William Stankamp and Harvey Rosenstock. Then for the 1993 Casting Society of America, we have a nomination for Best Casting for a Feature Film or Drama to Ellen Lewis. Then for the 1983 Chicago Film Critics Association's Awards, we have a nomination for Best Actor and a win for Most Promising Actor to Chris O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell, I wonder if he's been anything recently. Actually, I didn't check that, so maybe look at it as I go through the podcast here. Next up, in the 1983 Dallas-Fort Worth Film Critics Association, we have a nomination for Best Picture. Then for the 1993 Golden Globe Awards, we have a win for Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture to Al Pacino. Best Motion Picture and Drama, Best Screenplay to Bo Goldman, and nomination for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in a Motion Picture to Chris O'Donnell. Then moving on here, we have the 1992 awards for Circuits Community Awards, where we have a nomination for Best Actor in a Leading Role. And then for the 1992 Film Critic Circle Awards, we have a nomination for Best Actor, where he took home third place, Al Pacino. Then finally, technical details of the film. This film has a runtime of 156 minutes, longer film than we usually study here. Sound mix is Dolby Stereo. Color info, this is a color film. Aspect ratio, this is a 1.85 by 1 film. And the camera used was the Panavision Panaflex Platinum and Panavision Primo lenses. And that concludes the technical details of the film. Jimbo, take me through some cool trivia notes here. I'm going to look up Chris O'Donnell real quick.
It probably just says Robin from Batman.
Robin from Batman, that's basically it, yeah. I wonder if there's been anything recently at all, though.
All right, so here's a little bit of the trivia. There's not much trivia, surprisingly, for a movie in the early 90s and starring Al Pacino. It's only a few, so here we go. Al Pacino was helped by the School for the Blind in his preparation for this role. He said that he made himself appear blind by not allowing his eyes to focus on anything. So he didn't really wear contacts. He was just like, you know.
Oh, I guess he just always had his eyes slanted the entire time so he couldn't see anything. Yeah. I was always told he got contacts, so I guess I was wrong about that. Apparently, Chris O'Donnell has been in the show NCIS Los Angeles from 2009 to 2023. He's been in 323 episodes of NCIS. So, good for him. That man's making a steady paycheck, I'm sure.
I didn't even know Los Angeles was still around.
The place?
Even if we didn't want it. No.
Yeah, even if we didn't want it. Oh
just kidding, LA friends. No, but I didn't know, like, the NCIS Los Angeles. I guess I'm thinking of CSI.
Los Angeles is gone.
I'm thinking of CSI.
Yeah,
I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, that's cool. But he's been 323 episodes. So he's doing the work. Good
Director Martin Brest disowned the version of the film shown on airlines and television because they cut some of the stuff out. So,
oh, that's sad.
The scene on the street where Lieutenant Colonel Slade falls over a garbage can was actually unplanned, which was funny. Remember when
It was definitely not.
Okay, I got to tell you my favorite scene of this movie, and that is when he's driving the car.
He's driving the Ferrari. It's a great car.
The blind guy driving, and he's
Blind guy driving a car.
oh man,
When the turn.
And then he's like, I'm going to do it anyway, so you better tell me. And then the cop pulls him over. That's funny too.
Oh my gosh, he gets out of it too.
I don't
amazing.
know. Yeah. Nearly all the hotel scenes were shot at night to avoid disrupting the hotel business. According to his book, Chris Rock asked to audition for the part of Charlie, but was turned down.
Oh, that'd been a very different movie. Would have been cool though. I would like to see the movie. Chris Rock trying to do a serious role would be interesting in a sec. Yeah, Al Pacino and Chris Rock in the same movie. Just imagine, Jimbo. It'd be hilarious.
Oh man! Wow. Oh man. Scenes showing the audience the Baird School and depicting it as an all-male boarding school were filmed at the Emma Willard School, one of the oldest all-female boarding schools in the country.
That's great. Oh, that's fantastic. Wow.
Oh, man.
That's great.
Al Pacino would often remain in character offset, using his cane to walk with and never looking at anyone when they talked to him. Are you talking to me?
People walking up. Al, who's Al? My name is Frank. Frank Slade.
He has that voice.
I'm not related to Deathstroke at all.
Al Pacino and Gabrielle Anwar rehearsed their tango for 2 weeks. The scene took 3 days to shoot. You know, this is where they threw me for a loop too, because I thought that old Charlie boy was going to end up with Donna. Didn't you?
No.
When you first saw it?
No.
Why?
Because I thought that scene was going to be done and gone for. Yeah. As soon as Bradley Whitford showed up and was like, oh, hey, I'm like, yeah.
Well, I know, but then after she's done, she turns around and looks at him again, and I'm thought, and then Al Pacino's like, oh, they're going to Vicky and Jim's or whatever, you know what I mean? And I thought, oh, they're going to go crash this. He's gonna have some sort of information, and they're going to go crash this party, and then Charlie's going to get the girl. But no, that's the last we saw of her, and I was like, this is wow. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and it never came. So
I think it was clear that Charlie made an impression on her, but definitely wasn't like, no, it's not a thing. Like, they go several ways.
But she obviously was not happy in the relationship she was in either.
Well, she didn't realize that until they met him, though. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. I took it as an awakening for her. Like all of a sudden she appreciated life more because she met Frank Slade and Charlie. You know. So that was kind of the thing.
Or the blind guy taught her how to tango.
Yeah, you got to taught tango.
Because she always wanted
she was
somebody
like,
to
I
tango.
need a tango in life.
Right.
Yeah.
Frank and Charlie's driver of the limousine is called Manny, as well as Manolo. Al Pacino's left hand in the movie Scarface was also called Manny and Manolo.
Nice.
As a guest on Inside the Actors Studio on October 2nd, 2006, Al Pacino recounted to host James Lipton how he had an embarrassing moment in a crowded elevator after winning his first Oscar. Unbeknownst to Pacino was that the head of his statue was poking a well-known actress in her posterior.
Oh, no.
When she turned around, Pacino quickly explained that his Oscar, not he, was to blame for her discomfort.
Oh, my gosh.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I wonder what actress it was. It doesn't really say.
Are you happy to see me, or is that just an Oscar in your pocket? Jeez.
The first choice for Frank Slade and Kyle, let's see if you think he could have pulled it off, was Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Oh, he would have done a great job.
Yeah, he
would have done a great job. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
Gabriel Anwar played a lead role as a blind person in Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. I think, is that the one where it's about the horses diving off the
what?
I think it's horses where they dive off like a diving board. It's like a whole sport. I think. You think I'm...
What drugs are you on?
Look it up. There's something I remember about like a horse diving and she gets blind from the accident.
Horse diving movie.
No, just look up Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. See. I think that's what it is.
Wild Hearts Can Be Broken. Okay.
Here we go. Considered for the role of Charlie Sims, Stephen Dorff. You think?
That's a real movie poster I see of a horse diving.
Is it really? Let me see.
Yeah, Horse is diving.
I told you.
That's not a read. It's on Disney Plus.
Read the description of it, Kyle. Read the description of it. I think
Thrilled by a performance she sees at a fair, Sonora tries to land a spot as a daredevil who rides horses off high dives with the help of Al Carver, whose father runs the show. Sonora works towards her goal. An injury to the star rider paves her way, and Sonora finds herself on the diving platform. Her life looks complete now that she and Al are in love, but Sonora is about to thrust into a very trying chapter of her life.
Thank you. Apologies accepted.
Sorry,
you thought it was fake, didn't you?
Oh my gosh!
Thank you.
I'm still like this is the greatest prank you ever played on me. This can't be real.
It is real.
It's on Disney Plus. Watch now.
This was a very interesting trivia fact. The first film to be aired on the Starz Network on its February 1st, 1994 launch date.
Oh, cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah. That's start with too.
Here's somebody else that was kids to play the role of Charlie. Leonardo DiCaprio.
He would have done a great job.
Him and Jack Nicholson together.
Oh my gosh, that would have been a role. That'd have been a whole different movie, but still a good movie.
Philip Seymour Hoffman auditioned for his role 5 times before he was cast. He was working various odd jobs in between sporadic film and TV roles, stocking shelves at a Manhattan deli before being cast. Hoffman cited this as the film that changed everything for his career.
Man, I wish he was still around. He was a great actor.
All right, here's some more roles for Charlie. Tell me yes or no.
Okay.
Ben Affleck.
Ooh. That would have been tougher.
It'd been a younger Ben Affleck.
Jersey boy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So I would like to see
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, same thing. Where I'm like, I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. Wow. He would do a great job. Brendan Fraser would have been great.
Cole Hauser.
Don't know the name.
Randall Batinkoff.
Nope.
Anthony Rapp.
I know that name, but I don't have the face on it.
The same year, all the 6 actors and Chris O'Donnell will star in School Ties with a plot that also revolves around a preparatory school.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, good. School Ties.
So Kyle's going to look it up and be like, oh, I own that.
Yeah, you probably do. Anthony Rapp. I gotta recognize that actor. Oh, that actor. Wow. The guy from Star Trek, the new show.
Yeah.
No, I think you're doing a good job.
But you're looking at him now. That was 30 years ago.
No, I'm sure like him as a kid, but I'm still like he wouldn't have been cool as a kid.
You know who I would have loved to see? Is it Jonathan Silverman?
Jonathan Silverman? That would have been a cool role.
The guy from Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah.
Or even the other guy.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
He might have been too old for that at that point, though.
You think so?
Yeah, because it would have been a few years later. Because Weekend at Bernie's, that came out like 82 or something like that.
No.
Was it like 85 something like that? Still, it would have been a few years.
88 or something.
It would have been a few years.
According to Chris O'Donnell, here you go, Kyle is going to love this one. According to Chris O'Donnell, when the production was permitted to film at Manhattan's Plaza Hotel, they agreed to allow a cameo by the hotel's then owner, Donald Trump.
Yep.
With his wife to be Marla Maples. Apparently, when a limo drops Al Pacino and Chris O'Donnell off at the hotel entrance, right behind them, Trump and Maples exit another limo. Trump's scene was ultimately cut, though.
Yeah. That's what I heard. Like most films did. It was like Donald Trump would agree to like let his movie be in the hotel if he got a cameo, and then they would just film the scene and then cut it from the movie.
Home Alone.
Yep. One of the movies actually had, Home Alone 2.
Yeah,
Home Alone 2 where he goes in New York. Yeah.
Al Pacino says "hoo ha" or a variation of it 10 times throughout the movie.
I think that's lasted his whole career.
According to an interview with Conan O'Brien in 1997, Sylvester Stallone said he turned down the role of Frank Slade.
Sylvester Stallone? Man, I mean, he could have sold the veteran role. Wrestler, it's like the dark sequel to Rambo.
You know who should have been in it? Hulk Hogan. Let me tell you something, brother.
Behave, Baracus. That's what should have been in.
Behave, Baracus. Cinematographer Mikhail Solomon
Adam Sandler is
was replaced by Donald E. Thorne only after 10 days of filming. So the cinematographer got changed 10 days afterwards. So.
Oh gosh, rough.
According to Al Pacino, his use of hoo-ha was inspired by the Armed Forces consultant for the movie who had to teach him how to assemble and disassemble his weapon in under 45 seconds with his eyes closed to replicate being blind. He said it took him a long time to learn it, and whenever he nailed it particularly well, the consultant would yell, hoo-ha. That word is also from the U.S. Army. It is a reply that means everything but no. Christopher Cerrone and Corey Feldman auditioned for the role of Charlie Sims.
Corey Feldman. He could have an interesting role. Yeah. I'd like to have seen him. Yeah.
The car that Slade and Charlie test drive is a 1989 Ferrari Mondial T Cabriolet. It was a nice looking car. Mm-hmm. In 1998 interview with Tom Snyder, Robert Duvall was asked about the scene where Al Pacino dances the tango. Duvall, an avid tango dancer in real life, which I did not know, quipped that Al did a good job for a blind guy.
That's
not a compliment.
That's a really good backhanded compliment, if anything else. Robert Duvall, that's great.
To play the part...
He's like 90 years old now.
To play the part, Al Pacino refocused his eyes, thereby blurring up his vision. It left him temporarily blind.
No comment.
Wow.
Awkward silence there. So, yeah, temporary blind.
James Cromwell was considered for the role of Mr. Trask. Paul Thomas Anderson credits this film as how he found out about Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's cool.
Chris O'Donnell and Gabriel Anwar both appeared in, of course, The Three Musketeers, which we'll be covering sometime soon. And last, I do believe, but not least, it was reported that in order to make Chris O'Donnell cry during Lieutenant Colonel Slade's near-suicide scene, Al Pacino had to take him aside and scream at him, drill sergeant style.
Listen to me! You're gonna cry tears! Big manly tears!
What, Robin? You gonna cry, Robin? Oh, you're the sidekick.
He's dead! In a circus accident!
Oh, wow.
You're an orphan now, Chris. You're an orphan.
All right, Kyle. Kyle somehow makes this serious movie a comedy as we talk about it. So, Kyle, we'll let you go first on your thoughts, feelings of...
Oh, Jim, I love this film. I think this one's great. I've probably seen it 3 or 4 times now, and it's every time I see it, there's new details to appreciate, and just overall, it's a good film. Like, it deals with heavy subject matter, but also like it's about coming out of that darkness and having and embracing life ultimately. So I appreciate it on that level. Overall, I think the cinematography is great. I think Al Pacino's acting is amazing. Chris O'Donnell does a great job as being basically the supporting actor, even though he's the main character. I think the plot's really, really good about standing up for yourself and having integrity and heart and all those kind of things as well. So I think it's got an excellent message to the film. It's pretty beautiful overall. I really love it a lot. For me, it's a pretty strong 8 out of 10 for me. Maybe 8.5 around there, you know. So yeah, 8.5 easily. You know, just a strong 8 out of 10 for me, almost a 9. So I keep it up there, and I really love this film a lot. Not much really else to add for it. I think it's kind of a must-watch for most films of, especially if you're an Al Pacino fan. It's one of his better films of his whole filmography, and I appreciate it a great deal. So that's my thoughts on the film. Jimbo, where do you stand on it?
How come Al Pacino is the same character no matter what he plays?
Because it's a good character,
well,
Jimbo.
No, I'm just saying, that voice, he always... Mm-hmm. It's like over the top.
Yeah.
Not the movie was close, but I'm just saying.
There are films where he's not doing that, but at the same time, those are the films they don't remember.
Right.
Exactly. It's like, you only remember the films where he does that role. You know?
I think the acting is really good in this. I like the character development of Al Pacino's character in this, from basically just...
someone who's lost.
Yeah, you come to find out that ever since he lost his eyesight, he's just... like he yells at his grandkids.
It's his grandkids. Yeah.
And to see him at the end of the movie when he gets dropped off and Chris O'Donnell's watching him, and he's like, "Hey, you want to help me carry my bags, big guy?" And he talks to the little girl, and it's totally different scene than at the beginning of the movie where he's throwing pillows out the window when they're looking in.
Yeah, it's the first time in his life he actually like is a good person overall, because you get the sense that like when he meets his extended family in New York,
that was terrible.
Like, when he had eyesight, he was a terrible person then too. Like he was self-serious, like he was like completely self-centered in everything he did, and it wasn't felt like when he lost his eyesight, he just became depressed and like a shut-in. That's all it happened to him. Well, it isn't until the end of the film that he finally like starts to embrace life and be like a good person.
And when he just decides to drop in on his brother for Thanksgiving, and he says, "Come on," tells Chris O'Donnell, "Come on." So they go, and you can tell the animosities. You can cut the tension with a knife.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad.
Yeah.
And then, he goes on telling these stories, and then is it his...
Bradley Whitford character again.
Yeah, but I mean, is it his... is his nephew? Or is it his niece's husband?
I believe it... I want to say it's his nephew.
Yeah. And he just goes... just shreds...
tears into him.
I mean, shreds him. And, I thought, he wants, since he's already laid out, he tells Chris O'Donnell, "This is what I want to do. This is my last weekend before, I kill myself." He says, "All I want to do He says, I want to have a nice meal at this restaurant. I want to stay at this hotel. I want to get laid by a pretty woman. And I'm going to kill myself. I want to lay down and I'm going to kill myself. Chris O'Donnell's like, oh, you don't want to do that. And so the whole thing is him battling him, trying not to. And that scene where him and Al Pacino, where he tells him, hey, go down and get me this Cuban cigars and something else for his head or whatever. Yeah. He goes down, and he goes down to the lobby, and Chris O'Donnell's like, he's like, I better turn around. So he goes back up. And this is where you see him. He's got his
full suit on, his
uniform, and he's doing the gun. And Chris O'Donnell's like, just put the gun down, just give me the gun, And that whole scene right there is where really, really hits home because Chris O'Donnell's like, fine, I'm a nobody to shoot me or whatever. He's like, I'll put a bullet in you. He's like, just shoot me then.
Well, we didn't even mention the fact that Chris assault dilemma in this entire film too is that he witnessed his fellow students committing a prank. And basically, the principal is holding his future hostage. Like, you have to tell me who committed this prank, or otherwise, I'm going to jeopidize your future.
I'll never get you to Harvard or whatever.
Yeah, because he's not a privileged kid in this school. Like, he happens to be a underprivileged kid going to a high prep school, and so this principal holds a lot of sway and power over his future.
And the other kid that witnessed it with him, his dad is like a big donor to the school and everything. So he knows. Hey, he's like, I'm not going to snitch on him. He said, what are you going to tell him? And when Frank comes in and they're sitting in front of the whole school, and you got on one side you've got the guy and his dad, and then you got Chris O'Donnell over here. Then all of a sudden the doors open up and Frank walks in and he goes up on stage, and then he just gives a speech that is amazing. It's just a good movie. I'd have to agree with you. It's probably an 8 out of 10 for something that I thought was about love story.
Could be more wrong.
Well, I mean, it is, but it's not the love that you think of between.
It's a love of life.
But I thought that the title of "Sin of a Woman" was pretty interesting because Al Pacino, since he's been blind, he can tell you like what kind of soap this lady's wearing, and her name must be Daphne or whatever. He goes somehow he deduces all these things. He tells them like what kind of detergent they're wearing and all that because every woman has a sin. I guess is what he's coming away with. So. Definitely probably an 8 out of 10 for me. I think everybody should watch it at least once, especially if you're a Pacino fan.
Must see for Pacino fans.
After Heat, it's probably one of his best ones, I would say. Mm-hmm. So, well, Kyle, thought this movie was rough. The next one we're covering...
It's definitely rough.
It is one of the top movies of all time. It's actually one of the top 15 movies that changed the history of movies, and that will be A Streetcar Named Desire. I had never seen it before. Had you?
No, I've not.
No, I've heard a lot of things about it, so wait till we talk about that one. But with that being said, I think this episode's coming to a close, and that's a wrap.
And cut. Hoo-ha!
The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer, join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. Tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer, join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. Those we love the most. The tragedy of cinema, where memories shimmer, join us as we toast to the tales we love the most. To the tales we love the most.